So what we're going to do with this video is I'm going to show you how VoiceThread works inside of Blackboard. A lot of you have used VoiceThread in the past going to the VoiceThread site, voicethread.com. What we have been able to do here at the University of Louisville is we now have VoiceThread inside of Blackboard, which makes it a really easy system to work with, especially if you want to share voice threads with others or have a collaborative voice thread where more than one person is in charge of creating the voice thread. There are some things that are a little bit different depending upon how your instructor has set it up. Well, this instructor sets it up so that it's always attached to a course. But as a student, you also can go in here as long as the instructor has given you a VoiceThread link, and you can make your own that you can use for whatever purpose you want. So I'm going to show you how our VoiceThread is set up inside of our EDAP 587 class, and then I'm going to show you how to build it within that class. So right now we need to scroll down to the module where VoiceThread is accessible, and that is Module 3. And I'm going to show you a couple of things here. In this module, the instructor has set up a series of videos in a playlist on YouTube. These videos can be accessed by clicking on the link, the playlist link, and then you can go into the various videos. And we'll show you what that means in just a second when you're using your VoiceThread. If we keep going down, we see there's a content folder called VoiceThread. And inside this content folder, there is a VoiceThread created for this course. And it has its own unique name, Knowledge Building Principles. If I click on that link, it then uses the ability for it to reach out to VoiceThread, and now it's waiting for us to open up a new VoiceThread to create it. As you can see, there's already a VoiceThread that has been created and is sitting here in this class. The nice thing about it is if you are in this class, you are automatically enrolled into this VoiceThread setting. So we're going to go over here to where it says Add Your Own. And we're going to click on that. And then it says, do you want to create a new VoiceThread or select from your VoiceThreads? Or in this case, it says My VoiceThreads. I'm going to create a new one. And the first thing that all VoiceThreads do is it asks you to add media. So I'm going to click on that. Now, in this particular class, the first media that we want to add is the video that goes along with the area of knowledge building principles that the groups of students are working on. Now, I'll go ahead and show you that playlist that we had earlier, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to create one around the idea of pervasive knowledge building. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that.
Knowledge building is a pervasive, continuous process of...
I'm going to click on the YouTube link that takes me to where this video is. Now, this is a little convoluted because the instructor is basically giving the students the videos that they're going to use. If you were building your own VoiceThread and you were looking for your own videos to use, you would just go to YouTube, put in the search for what you're looking for, and when you get one, you're going to go up here and click on where the URL is located. You're then going to copy that URL, and you're going to bring it back to your VoiceThread. Let me show you again. I'm now going to add media, and way down here, I think it has to do with my screen resolution, there's a link here that's called Enter an URL. And as you can see, it's now waiting for me to put the URL in. I'm going to paste that in, and I'm going to save it. Now, right away, it's asking me for a title, and we're just going to call this Test VT. But look what we can do. Under playback options, we can make a lot of decisions about how we want others to see our VoiceThread. Allow others to download original media. I don't think you'd want that to happen unless you were an instructor who was building this VoiceThread that others could use to review your instruction. You definitely want to enable threaded commenting. That allows people to comment on the comments of the others in the VoiceThread. Again, I don't think you want to allow others to export unless you were an instructor who wanted to let them download it to review otherwise. Start playing when open? Sure. We're not going to allow others to make a copy. We are not going to enable comment moderation. We're in a university. If I were in a high school or a middle school or an elementary school using this, I would turn on my content moderation just to be safe. Do I want to have this act as a movie, or do I want the person to manually move through the slides? So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to automatically, because it's a movie presentation like thing, and that way we don't have to worry about clicking through the slides. We just turn it on and it plays. Over here is really important. If I want to decide that I want people to be able to add comments, I need to decide which ones I want to add. In other words, it kind of gives you a way of controlling what people have the ability to do. We don't want text. We don't want file uploads. We don't want telephones. We want just the simple ability to be able to speak and either record your voice or record your voice and your face, your video through your webcam. So I've made all those decisions. I'm now going to save it. And here I am. It's already uploaded my video. Now, what can I upload? Well, the simple answer is, what do you got? VoiceThread will allow you to put anything into it, a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, pictures, and as you've just seen, videos. Or you can use a PowerPoint. A PowerPoint is a very simple way to create the slides and the pictures that you want to use in telling your story. One of the easiest things to create, to add to a VoiceThread, to explain your VoiceThread or to illustrate what it is your presentation is about, is a PowerPoint. Well, let's go ahead and look at a PowerPoint that we've created for this. Here it is. And as you can see, it's a very simple PowerPoint because the assignment basically requires you to use 5 slides. It wants a name on the slide. It wants a title. It wants pictures, etc. Now, notice something here. This picture is blocking the text. I need to make sure that everything I create on my PowerPoint is all set to go before I upload it to VoiceThread. I cannot fix boo-boos inside of VoiceThread on my PowerPoint. So I want to get everything looking exactly the way I want it to look. Save it. And now I'm ready to upload that to my VoiceThread. So I'm going to go over here and click on Add Media. I'm going to go to My Computer. I'm going to look for my VoiceThread example PowerPoint. And now I'm going to open it. It takes a little while for it to process. When it gets finished, what it's going to do is it'll make each slide of my PowerPoint a slide in my VoiceThread. Here we are. It has uploaded. Just, give you heads up. This took about, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So don't panic if it just sits there and kind of spins. It will eventually come in. Now, let's look at one of the things. In the assignment, it says to create this little VoiceThread about a knowledge building principle. And so what I want to do is I want to move my slides around so they're all in the right order. So I'm going to move my first slide. Then in the next slide is a little video about the principle, and these other slides support the other parts of the assignment. Let's show you how you do a comment. So we'll start with the first slide. We will click on comment. And remember that it allowed us to set up how we wanted to comment, and we picked just the microphone or the webcam. And those are the only two choices we have. So now I'm going to click on my microphone. If this comes up, you must click on Allow for it to work. Once you've given permission to VoiceThread to work with Flash, you're all set to go. So I'm going to go in and click on my plus. By the way, I clicked on the slide to get the plus to appear. I'm now going to click on the recording, and I'm recording right now. All I'm going to say for this recording is My VoiceThread Project by Steve Swan. I'm now going to click on the recording, and I'm recording right now. All I'm going to say for this recording is My VoiceThread Project by Steve Swan. If I like what I hear, I click Save. If I don't like and I want to record it again, I click Cancel. I can do that as many times as I want. You'll look over here, you'll notice that there are some arrows. It's waiting for me now to move to the next slide. In this slide, all I want to do is just introduce the slide. And so to do that, I stopped it from talking. And now I'm going to go here and I'm going to introduce the movie that's in this slide. This movie will explain to you pervasive knowledge building. I'm going to stop and save. Let's see what it sounds like. It's spinning up. I probably did that a little too fast. But what it does is, let's go ahead and stop that. And let's go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and try it again. I'm going to start the slide. This movie will explain to you pervasive knowledge building. And once I've introduced it, it starts.
Continuous process of learning, both in and...
This is a really nice feature. It allows you to set up what your movie or video clip that you've gotten, what it's about, so that your audience, when they come to the slide, can understand what they're going to see. Then I'm going to move to the next slide. Now, these slides are very simple. I just threw something in here. But what I want you to see is, remember how we caught this slide? It had a problem with the picture. Now it's all good. Everything's great. I'm going to basically do a comment here, the same way we've been doing it. This is the comment about this slide. I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to save it. I'm going to move on to the next slide. Now I want to show you something here. VoiceThread calls this a doodling. And so when I turn on the ability to record, down here I get a set of crayons. Now understand it's recording. So you have to do this you have to think about what you're going to do before you do it. So I'm going to grab a crayon. I'm going to come up here and now I can draw on the screen. And I can make a comment about in the 20th century, this is the way people communicated with each other. I wonder how many 21st century students would understand what this is. Stop recording. Down here I get a set of crayons. Now, again, you can hear it. So you have to do this and so if it's okay, go ahead and save. And then finally you get to your last slide where you might just do a simple wrap up. This is the end of my presentation for my class on knowledge building principles. Stop, wrap up, save. And now you've got it all completed. It's that amazingly simple, but yet powerful. Now, if I go ahead and X this out, what I'm basically doing is I'm leaving the VoiceThread that I have created, but it's not gone. I can still see it and I can still edit it. So let's go ahead and close that out. And here they are. See, I'm still in editing mode. And if I need to rearrange things, I can. If I need to go back and redo a comment, I can. I can even add cover art to the thing if I want to. And notice up here I have the ability to edit. Now, when you look at, by the way, that edit would be how I want it to play. Let's go ahead and show you. I can still come back in here and change the name of it. I can change my playback options. I can change my cover art if I had one. I can do just about anything I want here. But down here, let's say there's a slide in here that I realize I really don't need. Well, simply just go in and use the trash can icon and you can remove the slide. Simple as that. Also notice there's a way to add a title to the slide. It also allows you to link the slide to a resource outside of the VoiceThread. So in this particular instance, I might have wanted to link this to the YouTube channel from where all these came from, and I could put in that link into this slide, and so at the bottom of the slide then it would have a link waiting for me to click on. A great way of helping people see the other resources that are available to you. Once you've got it finished, you basically share and return to the course. And it says, which course are we saving this to? I want to make sure that people can view and comment. And once I've got that selected, this is where I want it to go. So there I go. I have clicked it on it. And there it is. It's now in our Teaching and Learning Online Fall 2016 course. If I want to go back into it, I can by clicking on the Edit button. If I want to share it, and this is a really important point, if I am going to create a collaborative VoiceThread, I don't need to go all the way through and create it, obviously, because I'm working with another person. So let me show you what you would do. One person needs to start the VoiceThread. And by starting it, I mean they click over here, add your own, give it a title, and they go to the first VoiceThread slide. But then they can click on Share. And at this point, I can find people who are in my class that I want to be a part of my VoiceThread. Now, let's say they're not in here. What I can do is I can have VoiceThread find them. So I can tell it to search contacts and see if it finds someone who's in here. And it did. It found Scott Block. And I can now collaborate with Scott on building this VoiceThread. I click on his name, and I can decide if I want him to see it, comment on it, edit it, share. And now Scott and I are working on this together. Now, maybe I don't know or I don't see someone's in this list, so I can enter in their email address and I can put in their name. And then I can tell it to save that. It'll tell me it was successful. It finds that other person. I can then say allow to view, comment, edit. So now they can do everything that Scott and I can do within this VoiceThread. It's that easy to do. You can add as many people as you want to collaborate on a VoiceThread. Of course, putting 20 people in on one VoiceThread, unless you're doing a very large project, I don't know if that would be advisable. So now, the people who have been allowed to work on this particular VoiceThread are myself, Scott, and Cody. And it's simple as that. When they come in and log in, they'll actually see this because they are owners of it now. And they can then click on the edit button, and they can come in here and they can either add, change, whatever they want to do, put more comments in. And this becomes a very much a collaborative group project. People will have to communicate in various ways, either through email, maybe face-to-face, maybe through the collaboration of the VoiceThread itself. You could go in here and comment and make the comment something that is important to the person who is working with the VoiceThread. Because what will happen is comments get stacked up. It's not like if I made a comment here, it's going to make my comment go away. They stack up, and then the others in the group can hear the comments about, should we do this, should we do that, I think this goes first. And then they work together on a final product. X out. Share and return the course. And there's our project. Now, I'm going to go ahead as the owner of the project, and I'm going to delete this because I can't. Only people who own projects can delete. As you see up here, this VoiceThread created by Kayla is safe because only Kayla has access to it. Let me show you one last thing that pertains to what we do at the University of Louisville so you understand how we're going to move this from here to somewhere else. For our purposes here at the University of Louisville, we use a system called LiveText. Well, so the question becomes, how do I move my project from here to LiveText? It's extremely simple. Watch. Click on Share. Go to Export. You can either download it. I wouldn't suggest that. I would go to Basic. And when I go to Basic, all it's going to do is it's going to give me a way to copy my VoiceThread to somewhere else. I'm not going to use the export. All I'm going to do is use the Basic. And in Basic, I have a couple of ways, 3 actually, that allow me to post my link out. The first way is called link, and there it is. It says copy link, and by default it says anyone can view and comment once they get this link. This is the link then that I would copy, and I would then post that into my LiveText. I can get an embed code. And again, in the embed code, I can allow anyone to copy, allow anyone to view or to comment. And again, copy the embed code. Finally, I can send it out to Facebook and Twitter. I don't think we're going to be doing that. We'll be using the link capability. And as you can see, I can copy that link, which is this link right here. And then I would carry that over to wherever it is in LiveText that the assignment is, and then paste that link in. Some people have even gone so far as to take this link and put it into an Edmodo or a Schoology post, and they work there as well. VoiceThread is a very powerful tool. It is probably one of the premier tools for collaboration and presentation that we have. And we're very lucky here at the University of Louisville to have it embedded inside our Blackboard. I hope this video has helped you understand how to use a VoiceThread within the Blackboard LMS.